Let's talk a little about this week's Torah portion. The name of the Torah portion is Emor, meaning say. Emor el HaKohanim, say to the priests. Now, usually, when God instructs Moshe to speak to the people, he says, Daber. Daber means speak. Emor is more like say. What is the difference between speak and say? In Hebrew, every word is significant and meaningful, and so in English, they may not be different. If you speak, you say, and if you say, you speak. The difference is that speak is formal, and it means very definite, strong language, firm. Emor, say, is softer, more gentle. So there is a time to speak, and there is a time not to speak. That doesn't necessarily mean be quiet. There's a time to speak, but then there's a time not to speak, but rather to say. Sometimes you have to speak very firm, and sometimes firm is not appropriate. You have to say something softer. So the moral of this week's parsha, just from the word itself, the first word is Emor, and it's called the portion of Emor, and it doesn't say to whom this should be said. In other words, when you refer to the weekly portion, you call it Emor, you don't call it say to the Kohanim. It's called say. That's the name of the portion, say, which means that the word itself, standing on its own, is a lesson in life. The Mishnah says, say little and do a lot. The Mishnah also says, I have found nothing better for the wisdom of the mind than silence. So what is the message of the word say when we're told that not saying is usually a good thing? The expression or the statement, say little and do a lot, on the surface, the practical meaning of it is, don't talk, do. Action, that's the main thing. Saying, not so important. But a deeper insight understands it this way. Say a little that will accomplish a lot. So I'm not talking about two different things, speaking and doing. What the Mishnah is saying is, speak little, but in such a way that it does a lot. So there are times when you can speak at length and accomplish nothing, or you can say a few words and it results in a lot of growth and change and improvement. So that's one lesson that we get from the word Emor. If you speak softly, you accomplish more than if you speak sternly. There are times when you need to speak sternly because you don't want to accomplish a lot. You want to accomplish something immediate. So there's the difference between firm speaking and soft saying. Firm speaking gets immediate results. When you say something firm to your children, they will obey you. But for how long? When you speak softly, they may not snap to it and do immediately what you asked, but in the long run, it will make a big change. In fact, there are some people who their silence has more of an effect than another person's speech. Sometimes what you don't say has a bigger, more lasting effect than what you do say. You probably remember the experience. You did something inappropriate. You did something wrong, something bad, and you were expecting your father or mother to react very negatively. But they didn't. And you can't get over that. What they did not say had a bigger effect on you than anything that they would have said. So, the moral of the word say simply points out the power of speech. What you say can have a very powerful effect. We have a Sunday night program for VIPs that you might be interested in. It's informal, it's questions and answers, it's conversation. It's really relaxed, it's really pleasant, enjoyable, informative, and kind of community-like. It's a Sunday night program, there's a Wednesday morning program for the VIPs, and there's a Wednesday night program. All of it just conversation, casual, laid back, unscripted. So join us, take a look, click the link below, and see which of the three suits you best, and join us for some enjoyable conversation.